like, do you feel like if you did have kids, do you feel like you would like sort of want to like adopt a kid just because like you know how it's like?
Yeah, I think if I wanted kids, I'd like to adopt.
Yeah. There we go.
I know I didn't finish reviewing season 9, but season 9 was a hard watch. There were a couple of characters that I couldn't stand. And it seems this season they've done the same thing. I empathize with Emma's scars, don't get me wrong, but I think personally she reminds me of someone on Love is Blind. I don't know who, and I'm really sort of struggling to remember who it is because at the end of the day, she's got this thing that she knows or people have sort of used against her, and now she wants to punish everybody else. There was no need for her to sort of be that upset about someone she had asked to say, "You're very shallow, let's dig deeper." When they try to dig deeper with her, then she kicks off and she starts throwing a tantrum. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. And then I am here. I am here. Oh my God. I love the professor. I love Vic. And I'm so happy that we have a couple which hopefully will work. I root for love. So him and Christine really seem very cute and I really love them as a couple. So I can't wait to see how that evolves. The fact that we spent most of the episode with Emma and her multiple brother husbands to be doesn't make sense because nothing there really was captivating. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by to go, Valerie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love is Blind, Season 10, Episode 1. Okay, let's go. I promise I'll try and finish the season, I swear. Anyway, so we start off the season, we meet Jordan. Well, we first have Nick and Vanessa Lachey come out, they greet everybody, everybody's excited. They're in Ohio, which is Nicholas's, Nick, is it Nicholas? I don't know. Anyway, that's his hometown, so he's excited to be there. I hope we find more couples that stay happily married. I root for love. I'm happy that Bliss and Zach are expecting their second child, as though I even know them. Anyway, so we meet Jordan in the pods. He likes art, he likes reading, he likes cooking, and he's a foodie. He goes on a date with Amber. Amber's 33. She says she's got a 7-year-old daughter. And so she's looking for a genuine connection, a genuine guy, someone who's funny. She's looking for a father figure for her child. And the connection, I don't know. It really didn't last that long, so it wasn't memorable, but they really seemed very sweet. And so I really hope, if anything, they will try and work and make it work. We met Victor. He's 30. He's a professor of public policy. He's from Brooklyn, New York, but he now lives in Ohio. His parents, trust his decision making. He went on a date with Christine. She's 30. She's a speech and language pathologist. I think she's one of Chelsea's friends because Chelsea's a speech and language therapist, isn't she? Anyway, just saying. And so they seemed very sweet and very cute because you always have that couple on Love is Blind who have a very smooth transition through the process, and they are giving me that, not just because they're older, but I think they seem more emotionally intelligent than anybody else. We then see Chris. Chris is 33. He's an account executive. He served in the military before he got his current job. And so did he leave a memorable impression? Not really. Not really. Anyway, so he goes on a date with Jess, who's 39. It says she's an infectious disease specialist on the website, but then they are advertising her as an internal medicine doctor. Apparently, she has 2 English bulldogs. She's divorced, and she realized, during COVID, that she wanted totally different things from what her partner wanted. And so they have this conversation. And personally, there's a 6-year gap. Women mature faster than guys, and I don't know whether emotionally you'd be able to sort of be emotionally intelligent to sort of provide her what she needs from a partner. I might be wrong, and they might actually surprise me. Then we met Bree. She's 34. She's a ex-cheerleader. She's into softball, and she says she's dated what they classify as medium ugly guys. And it's like, girl, who's told you you're a higher beautiful girl? I don't get it. She went on a date with Connor, and so Connor is 31. He's an account manager, and he wants someone to slow dance with, someone to share same songs with. He loves skiing. They plan to go on a skiing date. They're on their honeymoon, and so he says, he sells dumpsters. I think he was just trying to be funny. He was trying to bring in the Zach, thing of saying I'm a stripper or whatever. And so for me, sadly, his playbook is very limited because the same lines he used on, Brie is the same lines he used on his next date with Emma. He went on a date with Emma. Emma is 27 years old. She's adopted. She's got a birthmark on her arm and has had multiple surgeries to try and correct that. And she says she's conscious of the scars and she's been single for a year and is unsure of whether she wants kids or not. Because you had Connor saying he wants children, but she was saying she's unsure. She says she was raised by a white family and she loves her family, but she's not interested in sort of finding her roots to see where she came from. From there, she went on a date with Mike, who's 29, and Mike is a marketing manager or a sales manager. He wants kids, not right away, and he wants to be, open-minded about what he wants in a partner. The problem with this girl, Emma, as far as I'm concerned, Emma had multiple interests, but was dealing with the issues of her scars and what that has done in relationships for her. And so she's not as open as she's trying to make it out to be. And they did speak, and she said, she's got a 12-year-old bulldog, English bulldog. And I was like, "Oh, okay." Her next date was with Steven. Steven is 31. And she was sort of complaining that he's not diving deep. He's very superficial in his conversations. They did have conversations about adopting children because he asked her, "Are you open to adoption?" She said she's open to adoption. He then spoke about how his grandparents met, in the sense that his granddad was in the World War II in France, and so he went into a bank, and that's where he met his grandma. And they both didn't speak the same language, and they used to use sign language, nonverbals, until eventually they got married, and they were married for years. And it's like, is he saying that as a genuine story, or is he saying that to try and make an impression? To me, it was giving pokies. It really was giving pokies, and sadly, it seemed Emma was eating it up. Next, we have Kia. She's 30. She's a marketing director. And she went on a date with Kievan. He's 31. He's a realtor. And they spoke about their favorite movies. She says hers was Love Jones. He said his was Love and Basketball. She was hypercritical of Love and Basketball. I don't know why. I think it's a good movie. He then spoke about the fact that he's been single for 2.5 years, and he talked about the lessons that his ex has taught him. And so she's taught him to be open, honest, patient, and to have tough conversations. And it's like, buddy, so your ex was a training ground for you and your next partner. I didn't like that. And you had Kia say, he was giving boyfriend vibes. Do I think so? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. He then went on a date with Tyler, and I didn't like it because he was saying Kia's giving him best friend vibes, but with Tyler's 32, she's a design director. They spoke about, journaling, what they've been writing since they've been in the experiment. They spoke about relocation, whether they'll be willing to move. Tyler, on her part, was saying she's a director at the moment. It's really taken a lot for her to work her way up to that position. So the idea that she moves and gets the same job is highly unlikely. And so it was nice that they were sort of planning after the experiment. He was saying she gives him the feel, she gives him a romantic connection, whereas with Kia, it's more friendship vibes. And it's like, if she's giving you friendship vibes, let her know so that she focuses on other people and stop wasting her time. I really wish people would do that a lot more in the experiment. We met Ashley and Alex. Ashley is 33. She's a claims supervisor. Alex is 30. He's a soccer coach. And so they spoke about physical touch and they spoke about kissing. She said she's a good kisser and the fact that sex is important to her. She says, her dad always says she's got a bad picker. And it's like, well, if you're starting with the physical, maybe that's why you're a bad picker, because you're easily attracted by what you see and not what's on the inside. And what you see on the outside might not last. So what happens with that phase? I get where her dad is coming from. Alex was saying he loves her voice. They also loves the feeling of getting feedback from his partner. And it's like the two of you could speak about other things. Really, you could speak about other things. It would make more sense. And then we wasted a lot of time on Emma and Mike. They spoke about kids and whether she wants kids, and they spoke about their position or their ranking on each other's list. And he was saying, you're top of my list. And then there was this chat about, I can't be myself around you. I struggle with the idea of, having kids, but unsure. Well, she was saying she's unsure of whether she wants kids or not. If you've been here a while, you know that kids for me are a yes or a no. There's no a maybe. If someone wants kids, yes. If someone doesn't want kids, yes. But choose your person wisely. Don't choose on the assumption that you're going to change their mind or they're going to change their mind at some point, because you're going to waste years down the line only to find yourself now having to look for a different connection because that person didn't give you what you want. So you had Mike say to Emma, it sounds like at some point we might get to a position whereby, although I don't want kids now, I might have to choose whether I want children or whether I want a wife. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that. Right off the jump, you should know whether your partner wants what you want or not. If they don't, keep it stepping on to the next one. You then had Emma go on a date with Connor. She was complaining that their conversations are surface level and she wants vulnerability and is worried that, if they dig deeper, he might leave, or there's a lot of emotional insecurity. I think Emma was triggered by Connor. I really do. I think Connor was the person maybe for her, but he triggered her because he asked the questions and she wasn't sure how receptive he was of the questions, because he tried to bring the humor to sort of lighten the mood when things got bad, and she didn't see it that way, which is really bad. So Emma had a conversation with Stephen. They spoke about clothing, they spoke about magazines and what sort of magazine they would be posing for and stuff. I think Emma is trying to drop hints because she knows the moment the guys see her, they're going to have a lot of questions because her scars are not very subtle. They're very visible. The moment you see her arm, unless she's wearing something long sleeve. Otherwise, you will see it. And I think she has body image issues. This is why she should have gone to therapy and not come to Love is Blind. Yes, Love is Blind is good because people don't charge her for her scars, but at the same time she hasn't healed in order for her to sort of meet someone who might have questions. We then had, I assume, the most successful couple of the season, maybe at this rate. We had Victor and Christine. They spoke a lot about a lot of things, so we got to know them and to sort of dig deeper with them. I think because they were very smooth sailing, production didn't have that much negativity, and so when they proposed, this is why they ran around and started looking through the bin to see what they dropped out. Anyway, we found out that they both smoked weed in high school. They were both in trouble for weed, and as a teenager, Victor got into a lot of trouble. He's the professor. He got into trouble. I think he was just rebelling as a teenager, trying to find his way and sort of understand what was going on. And so you then had them speak about their family. And with Christine, she was saying her mom really has gone through a lot. It seems her mom has got issues, whether it's mental health problems or whether it's substance abuse problems. Her mom has issues, and it seems that has sipped down to her children. And so Christine was trying to say she wants her mom to go to therapy to get healed, and the mom, it seems, is refusing to go to therapy because she says, I might not have longer on this earth, so why dredge up the negativity? And it's like, maybe so you can go in peace when it's your time, maybe to give yourself a couple of very good years, even if it's 1 year, 2 months, whatever. Maybe you can go peacefully and rest peacefully. So I'm really sad that her mom feels that way, but at least she spoke about it and let this man sort of have an eye shot of what he's walking into when he proposes. She spoke about her dad, and her dad, it seemed, had substance issues as well. And at one point, the dad was nearly arrested by the police while she was in the car and that sort of thing. It sounds like she had a troublesome childhood. On his part, you had Victor say, his stepdad, it sounds, was physically abusive towards his mom, and him being a young child didn't know how to protect her. Eventually his sister had to step in, and he spoke very lovingly about his sister. He said his mother is very strong and he feels like she's healed. And it's like, it's one thing to be strong, but it's another thing to be healed. Maybe it's a conversation that he needs to have with his mom. Although he acknowledged that his stepdad struggled with alcoholism, and so I think this is where the abuse came from. And he said, despite what his stepdad did, he has forgiven his stepdad. They then went on to a prayer, which was really cute. So she said a prayer, and then he proposed. I love it. I love it for them. If they like it, I love it. I root for love, so as long as they're happy, I'm happy with that. And then we had Emma go back on a date with Stephen. This is where the problem came in. She was complaining that it was very superficial, but then the moment things got tough, she cut it off with him because they spoke about her adoption, and then he was trying to sort of say, because I'm very logical, I might end up sort of doing a process of elimination and fight and guessing where you're from. She spoke about her scars and how, you know, she had to have multiple surgeries. She then became very emotional at one point, and he tried to sort of divert the topic to talking about silly things like, when did you have your first kiss? When did you lose your virginity? This, as he was sort of jokingly saying, you're a late bloomer like myself, she got triggered. And it's like, you can't bring your traumas into the pods and say you want someone who's going to see you for who you are. He is trying to lighten the mood. You are making things difficult. What else do you want this man to do? I didn't like it. I really didn't like it that she was that upset, that she was triggered. And she then went back to the girls' room and started crying because she broke it off with him and said, oh, you're judging me. I'm done. Girl, go to therapy. You don't need to accept anyone's ring. Go to therapy, get healed, and then come back. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Click on the link in my video to watch my reviews from season 9. Bye guys.